The World Cup, the biggest stage in football. But where did it all begin? In the 1920s, there was no global football tournament. Jules Rimet, a French football administrator, dreamed of a competition uniting nations through sport. He imagined the best players representing their countries, battling for glory.
Rimet's vision faced challenges. Organizing a tournament across continents was difficult in those days. Travel was slow and expensive. Communication was limited. But Rimet persisted, driven by his passion for football and its unifying power.
Finally, in 1928, FIFA, football's governing body, approved the creation of the World Cup. The first tournament was scheduled for 1930. Uruguay, celebrating its centennial and boasting a strong national team, was chosen as the host. This decision was met with mixed reactions. Travel from Europe to South America was a significant undertaking. Many European teams hesitated to participate.
Despite the challenges, 13 nations, including 9 from the Americas and 4 from Europe, committed to the inaugural World Cup. The world held its breath, ready to witness the dawn of a new era in football history. The dream of a global tournament was about to become a reality.
In 1930, all eyes turned to Uruguay. Montevideo, the capital city, was buzzing with excitement. The Estadio Centenario, built specifically for the World Cup, stood as a symbol of Uruguay's passion for football. The inaugural World Cup was about to begin.
The tournament featured 13 teams divided into 4 groups. The matches were filled with passion and drama. The European teams, despite the long journey, showcased their skills. But it was the host nation, Uruguay, that captivated the world.
Led by their captain, José Nasazzi, Uruguay played with flair and determination. They won all their matches, showcasing a style of play that combined skill and tenacity. In the final, held at the Estadio Centenario, Uruguay faced their rivals, Argentina. The atmosphere in the stadium was electric. The final was a tense and closely contested affair.
In the end, Uruguay emerged victorious, winning 4-2. The crowd erupted in joy. Uruguay, the small nation that had dared to dream of a global tournament, were the first ever World Cup champions.
After the success of the inaugural tournament, the World Cup faced a period of uncertainty. The 1934 World Cup, held in Italy, was overshadowed by the rise of fascism in Europe. Italy, under the rule of Benito Mussolini, used the tournament as a propaganda tool. Despite the political tensions, the 1934 World Cup saw some exciting football. Italy, with a strong team led by Giuseppe Meazza, emerged victorious. However, the tournament will always be remembered for the political climate in which it was played.
The 1938 World Cup, held in France, took place just a year before the outbreak of World War II. The tournament was again marked by political tensions, with Austria being annexed by Germany just months before the competition. Italy retained their title, defeating Hungary in the final.
The outbreak of World War II in 1939 brought the World Cup to a halt. The tournament, like so much else in the world, was put on hold as nations grappled with the horrors of war. For 12 long years, the world was deprived of the joy and excitement of the World Cup.
After the hiatus of World War II, the World Cup returned in 1950. Brazil, a nation yearning for a moment of unity and celebration, was chosen as the host. A new stadium, the Estadio do Maracanã, was built in Rio de Janeiro, a testament to Brazil's passion for football.
The 1950 World Cup saw the emergence of a new footballing power, Brazil. Led by the legendary striker Ademir, Brazil captivated the world with their attacking flair and dazzling skills. They cruised through the tournament, scoring goals at will.
The final match, a decider played between Brazil and Uruguay, was held at the Maracanã. The atmosphere was electric. Brazil needed only a draw to win the World Cup. Uruguay, however, had other plans.
In one of the biggest upsets in World Cup history, Uruguay defeated Brazil 2-1. The Maracanã fell silent. The day became known as Maracanaco, a national trauma for Brazil. For Uruguay, it was their second World Cup title, a testament to their resilience and determination. Section 5, The Magician Arrives, Pelé and the Rise of Brazil. The 1958 World Cup, held in Sweden, marked the arrival of a young prodigy named Pelé. At just 17 years old, Pelé was already a star in his native Brazil.
He possessed incredible speed, skill, and vision, and he was about to take the world by storm. Pelé's impact on the tournament was immediate. He scored a hat-trick in the semi-final against France and then scored 2 more goals in the final against the host nation, Sweden.
Brazil won the match 5-2, with Pelé's performance etching his name into World Cup folklore. Pelé's emergence announced the arrival of a new era in Brazilian football.
Brazil, with Pelé at the heart of their team, would go on to dominate world football for the next decade. The 1958 World Cup was just the beginning of Pelé's legend.
The 1970 World Cup, held in Mexico, is widely regarded as one of the greatest tournaments in history. Brazil, led by Pelé, returned to reclaim their title. The team featured stars like Jairzinho, Rivellino, and Carlos Alberto. They played with fluidity and attacking flair that captivated the world, defeating England in a classic group stage match. In the final, Brazil defeated Italy 4-1, cementing Pelé's legacy. Section 7, Maradona's Magic and the Rise of Global Stars.
The 1982 World Cup, held in Spain, saw the emergence of a new footballing icon, Diego Maradona.
Maradona, a diminutive but supremely gifted playmaker, led Argentina to their first World Cup title 4 years later in Mexico.
The 1986 World Cup was Maradona's tournament.
He single-handedly inspired Argentina to victory, scoring incredible goals and captivating the world with his mesmerizing skills.
His performance against England in the quarterfinals, where he scored 2 of the most famous goals in World Cup history, is still talked about today.
Maradona's brilliance transcended the sport.
He became a global icon, adored for his talent and his rebellious spirit.
The 1986 World Cup marked a shift in the global football landscape.
It was a tournament that showcased the rise of individual brilliance and the power of a single player to inspire a nation.
Section 8, The World Cup Goes Global, the 1990s and Beyond.
The 1990s saw the World Cup become a truly global event.
The tournament was held in Italy, a country with a deep passion for football.
The 1990 World Cup also saw the introduction of the back pass rule, a significant change that encouraged more attacking football.
West Germany emerged victorious in 1990, defeating Argentina in a tense final.
The tournament is also remembered for the emergence of England's Paul Gascoigne, whose tears after receiving a yellow card in the semi-final captured the hearts of fans worldwide.
The 1994 World Cup, held in the United States, marked the first time the tournament was held outside of Europe or Latin America.
The tournament was a success, attracting record crowds and showcasing the growing popularity of football in the US.
Brazil won their 4th title, defeating Italy in a penalty shootout in the final. Section 9, A New Millennium, a New Era of Champions.
The 21st century has seen a new generation of stars grace the World Cup stage.
Brazil, with Ronaldo in scintillating form, triumphed in 2002. France, led by Zinedine Zidane, won their first title in 1998.
The 2006 World Cup, held in Germany, saw Italy claim their 4th title, defeating France in a dramatic penalty shootout in the final.
The tournament was marred by Zidane's infamous headbutt on Marco Materazzi, a moment that tarnished the French legend's farewell to international football.
Spain, with their tiki-taka style of play, dominated world football in the late 2000s and early 2010s.
They won their first World Cup title in 2010, defeating the Netherlands in the final.
Germany, with a young and dynamic team, triumphed in 2014, defeating Argentina in extra time.
Section 10, The Enduring Legacy of the World Cup.
The World Cup, from its humble beginnings in Uruguay in 1930, has become a global phenomenon.
It is the most watched sporting event in the world, uniting people from all walks of life in their shared passion for football.
The tournament has produced countless memorable moments, from Maradona's brilliance to Pelé's tears of joy.
It has showcased the beautiful game in all its glory, inspiring generations of players and fans alike.
The World Cup is more than just a tournament. It is a celebration of sport, culture, and human achievement.
It is a reminder of the power of sport, to unite people from all corners of the globe.
As long as there is passion for football, the World Cup will continue to captivate and inspire the world.